Hello everybody, Yakuza here once again, Starter Motivation coming to you live from H-Town in Texas, aka Houston. Man, you know what? I'm psyched, I'm stoked, I'm electrified because right now, at this very moment, in this undisclosed location somewhere in Houston, we have one of the most talented and fastest upcoming comedians in the Houston area. A lot of you know who he is. His videos have caused tremendous impact in the social media world, Facebook, Instagram. Some of you, I'm even ashamed of saying it, don't know who he is yet, but after this video, I guarantee it, you will know who this individual is. Without no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the man himself, Chinedu.
What's going on, man? How's it going?
Hey, man.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Hey, dude. Hey, anything.
What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing? First of all, thank y'all for watching the video. Please be sure to hit the like button, leave comments, and share. Support the video, okay? That's what makes these platforms work. It's sharing and love and support from you guys, the viewer. So we appreciate you guys for watching.
Hey, man, Chinedu, once again, I know your schedule is tight. I know million people hit you up for interviews. I know you try to designate time for them. Literally, right? So I can't thank you enough for taking the whatever amount of minutes you've given us and the camera for the sharing of your story. Not only the social media part of it, but getting to know who Chinedu is.
I know, definitely, man. It was my honor to do it too, man. Like I'm very happy to support platforms that want to encourage inspiration and positivity. There's enough negativity in the world, whatever. So it's very good to have platforms that want to show positivity, motivation, encouragement, and inspiration. So that's very important. Okay, so we're gonna get started from the beginning. How I got started in comedy. It all started at a young age. You know, I did a monologue video about this a while back to promote my upcoming show, but it started as a kid. And when I was a kid, around 4 or 5. Life was not the best at that time. You know, a lot of things going on, you know, and, you know, we all have hardships and times, whatever. You know, we didn't grow up with a whole lot of money. You know, a lot of financial hardships was going on, and my biggest comfort was comedy. That's what would give me solace, though. You know, whenever we would, you know, have to go hungry some nights, when we face eviction notices, my parents divorced, you know, moving into different place, you know, death in our family, in our community, you know, because we live, you know, Houston is a very beautiful city, though, but, you know, we have some pretty violent areas, you know, so,
yeah. And
unfortunately, we see some unfortunate violence out here, though, and I mean, in the area I grew up in Southeast Houston, we saw a lot of it, you know, so shout out first of all to Southeast, that's where I'm from, you know, but it's definitely, we saw a lot of violence growing up, but my solace was always comedy and laughter, and I always just felt like I was so connected to it, even at a young age. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with comedy, though, but I always knew it would be something related to it. And then when I was 11, 12, I started, I watched more stand-ups for the first time. I remember seeing them, though, but my very first time really watching the stand-up, I had seen it, and I was just blown away. I was watching Eddie Murphy Raw, I was watching Delirious, I was watching old Pryor tapes, I was watching old Cosby tapes, I was watching Sinbad, I was watching Martin, like everything, like I just absorbing everything. And Comic View was so crucial also, because Comic View was my first experience to see stand-up, because I watched it on BT, on Comic View one day, and I was like, okay, this is real funny. I mean, I was crying, laughing, and then it just gave me the idea to go check out all the other stand-ups, and then from there, I spent like the next 2 years watching all these stand-ups as a kid, from like 11, no, probably 3, from 11 to like 14, just like, oh my God, I love this stand-up, I love that stand-up, this is what I want to do, and I realized I want to be a comedian, but I thought it was funny at the time. I wasn't really that funny back then, corny probably, but yeah, no, but I never gave up on the dream, and I told myself that somehow, some way, I would end up being a stand-up comedian. I didn't know how I would do it, but then it happened my junior year of high school at Chavez High School. Shout out to Chavez High School, Southeast Houston. They had a talent show there my junior year, and I didn't want to. People were auditioning to be in the talent show, but what I wanted to do, I wanted to audition to host it, because when you're the host, you can go out there. It's not like if they watch your stand-up, whatever, and like you don't think you're funny, you get booed on like that, though. It was like, if you go out there, you keep the energy going, you get more time to be on there, and you can do stand-up throughout the whole show. I was like, you could tell an opening joke, then between each act, you tell another joke, you get more time up there, man. It's like you doing your own little special up there, man, like Little King Comedy. So I was like, yo, man, let me do this, man. I was gonna be perfect. And so I auditioned, and I got it, and I wrote, I auditioned with some, I wrote a set that day. So I found out they were doing a talent show that day. I didn't even know they were doing it. And I was like, yo, it's perfect. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna be host. But then they told me auditions were that day. They was like, yo, we're only doing it today. Apparently it was the last day. I don't know where my head was, I wasn't realizing that auditions were going on that whole week though, but that was the last day, so I was like, okay. I was sitting outside the auditorium right there. I was walking between there and the commons area, the cafeteria area, writing the set. Okay, this happened to me when I was a kid. I wrote this, I wrote that. I wanted to make a joke that the kids will laugh at, and then one of the teachers will laugh at, and then both of them will laugh at. Cause I want to get everybody on the last joke. You want to get everybody just dying. That's what you want to do. So I did that. Started with the student jokes, something that we can relate to, like parents don't understand type stuff, and then I did one with the teachers. Like teachers social and style, they be ready to go too. Y'all just don't know, you know. You in now, and you end with the last joke though, is something everybody can relate to. You know how we all ready for summer break. You know what I'm saying? No matter what we coming to, man. That last day of school, we all out of here. You know, something like that. So you know, everybody started laughing, and it went well. I hosted it, and I ended up doing it ironically. And shout out to Christopher Rodriguez at OC Films. That's an old high school friend of mine. We actually did a video package to do the talent show. Like we did a video back then. This is 2003, 2004, I think. I think it was 2003. Would you
happen to have the video somewhere?
I think Chris, if you have that video, I think he does have it though.
Yo, Chris, you listening, Chris?
Yeah.
you gotta come through clutch on that one.
We need that video because the way it was me running, trying to get into the show, but the security guard wouldn't let me in. I was the host. I couldn't get in that time. My stage name was Deuce at the host. That was my name. Somebody they would call me Chinedu, so I'd always do this all the time. I'd always say what's going on. That's where they got it from. That's what's happening. I always do that. So that's where that came from. And so I did that, and then it ended up being like a fake security guard. It wasn't even him. And I ended up running in, whatever. It was supposed to be times where I run in, I run out on stage, and it was great. Even back then, I was like, we did a video package. It was great, and I was bit by that bug. I was hooked to it, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. Even after I graduated, I was ready to hit stand-up road. I was ready to have the next Chappelle show with sketch comedy. I was ready to tour the country, the world. I was ready to do stand-up. And then my dad came and brought me back down to reality. Let me know that, man, you're not gonna make it like that. That is a pipe dream. You need to go to college. You need to mind yourself, you know, and go to college, you know. That's how your dad does. And so he pretty much he talked me out of my dream for the most part though. I mean, I know he didn't mean it maliciously though, because parents they just want what's best for you though. But you know, foreign parents don't understand. You want to be an entertainer. They don't get that.
What is that?
Yeah, if your parents are from Mexico, like Asia, anywhere like Nigeria, your parents from the islands or somewhere like that, from Haiti, something like that. Your parents from another country, they ain't trying to hear that now. Oh, and what? You need to be a doctor. That's what they want, all right? You need something concrete. Because it's not like they hate you, because that's just what they want you to like to do, because they know it works for you. And so I ended up going to U of H. You know, no regrets about U of H, so go Cougs. No regrets about U of H. And I ended up wrapping up at U of H. And like right after that same year, I ended up getting laid off.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what were you doing before what you're doing now, if I may ask?
In terms of work?
Yeah.
Like, right before all this took off, I was working for the school district. I was working as a before-after school tutor, working with kids though. So I would get to the schools at 6. I don't know. I get there at like 5:45 a.m., 6 a.m. And I stayed with the kids till probably about 8:30, and then they would go to class. You know, before then we work on homework. You know, any lessons they had, play games. We make it fun though, but still fit learning into whatever. And then I would come back. You know, I did it. I liked that job because it allowed me to have like a split shift. I could have the day to work on comedy. So I'd get up, I'd get there to the job. I'd leave there at 8:30. I'd get back to my house at like 9. I'd work on comedy from like 9 to like 1 or 2, like straight comedy, making a video, editing, social media, all that stuff. I had meetings, whatever I had to do, all that in that time. And then by 2 o'clock, get ready for work. And then at 3, and from 3 to like 7, going to work, finish that, still make sure you get like a full day's work, but kind of spread out though. And then after that, I'd leave work, spend some time with my family when I got home, and then go do a show, come home, and then do it again. And I did that. I did that with that job and other jobs for about 5 years. About 5 years before anything took off, because I made my full-time return to comedy to be like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life in 2012. And nothing hit, and like I didn't hit a new level or this kind of level until 2017. I was doing videos every day. I was doing shows all the time. And to a lot of people, the video that they remember seeing of me was the video called I'm From Houston. The Houston video is what they remember seeing. Okay, Some people think that was like my first videos, but in reality, the video that went viral was video 974 on my YouTube channel. That was the one that went viral.
900, after 900 plus videos.
Yeah.
That's the one that the face.
That was the one.
Yeah,
And I was making videos like crazy. Like I've made so many. If you guys get a chance and you go look at my old, I still use it now. My YouTube channel, Chinedu, you'll go in there and you will see a whole bunch of videos from the past. I'm gonna show him real quick too. I'm gonna give him a little, so this is from 6 years ago. This is, yeah.
What, the black green screen and everything,
Yeah.
right? Green blanket? Oh.
Yeah, this is January 4th, 2013.
Literally, if you go to YouTube and you go to Chinedu's channel, you'll see the date on that video, which is what made him go viral. So,
Yeah.
do you remember the moment you realized, oh, snap, like this is actually going across the U.S. Like I'm getting random messages. What were you doing? Can you remember that point in time where you said, this is what I've just been daydreaming about?
Yeah, literally, when the video went viral while I was at work. The one I made for Houston, because I made that one. I made that video. I had actually written that script a year before I even made the video, though, because I write all the time. I was like, yo, I make videos. I love where I'm from. I made Houston videos before. I made a show called Houston the Series. I made 4 seasons of it. It's on YouTube. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? Am I embarrassed to watch it now? A little bit, but not the last season. You know, bad quality, things like that. And I'm still working on it as a writer. Some things are a little cheesy, but you work it out though. It's part of it. But I wrote this video. And then like a year later, I listened to the radio station, and they had a hashtag going on called I think it was either I'm so Houston or I'm from Houston. No, it was I'm from Houston. And I was like, this ain't my video. I wrote called I'm from Houston. And I was like, yo, if you make that video, they might share it. It was the box that had the hashtag going on. That's what it was.
Shout out to the box.
Shout out 97 down the box. And so I was like, yo, if I do that, the box might share it. I might get like 300 views. That was the goal. 300 views was the goal, y'all. I was like, yo, if I make this video, it can be like 300 views. That'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? I might get like 30 likes. Might even get 10 comments. I was like, might even get 10 comments.
That's a win.
Yeah, get 10 comments, boy. What? Reply to all of them, make it quick. 20 comments. What? I was on there though, so but I knew if I made that video, I was gonna be late to work. So I had got the idea to make to do the video around 11:30. At that point, I was like supposed to be like halfway through or like wrapping up what I was working on. But I was like, yo, and because making my videos, it takes me like 4 to 6 hours to make each Houston video. Because it takes so much time. I write it out, I film it, I have the special effects in there, the music, I do the costume changes, the cutaways, I edit everything myself. It takes a long time to make those videos happen, though. It takes a lot of time, like 4 to 6 hours to make those videos, y'all. It takes a long time to make them. And so, by the time I finished that video, I should have been at work at 3. I didn't get there till like 5:07.
Oh man.
I got there at 5:07. The kids were still good then. They were after school, so they weren't James like that though. But like I got there, my boss was there, then like the supervisor was there, and all the coordinators were there too. They were all there. They happened to all be at the same day. I got chewed out, I got written up. Like, it was so bad. So they were letting me know, so you were extremely late, this and this, and I written up and all that. It was so bad to a point where even like the bad kids in my group were being good because they were afraid I was in real trouble. You know how kids,
oh, damn.
You know how kids will play with you, but when they know it's for real, like, oh man, make sure. Yeah, they're like, I got chill just for. He came out. They were being good at the homework too. Then when the coordinators left, the bad kids were like, hey, Mr. O, are you okay, man? Like they were really mad before you got. They were telling me what was going on. They were sitting here like they were looking for you for a long time, man. They were really mad though. We was like, we told me you're really cool, man. We was like, he's never late normally. We trying to tell him. I was like, I appreciate my kids doing that too, man. Because if kids don't like you, they'll let you know. Kids are honest, all right? Yeah. The kids are real too, man. They were like, yo, Mr. O, hope you'll be okay. And I was like, I hope so too, kids, But when I got home, the video that I had just made had 180,000 views. When I got home.
Whoa.
So I'm looking at it. You know how the page will kind of jump? You might get another video starts like a split second. So I kept refreshing like, nah, that can't be right. And I looked at it and I read the comments and they were like, yo, this guy Chindedu's funny. And they were saying it was my name in there. I was like,
whoa.
And then like they start going back and then next thing you know, they started watching all my old videos I made from like 2014. Like videos that had like 75 views for like 5 years now had 30,000 views. Because they all just went in and started watching. And my page count, I remember I had 508 followers on my Facebook page when I did that video. And by the end of that day, I had 8,000 by the end of that day. And by the end of that day, also, the video had reached over 1 million views too. So the video had went viral and I was like, and they were like, yo, make some more Houston videos. And in my head, I was like, I can make it. I was like, I have scripts written for Houston stuff. I just didn't make it. I didn't think anybody would like them. I really didn't think anybody would like them for real. I was like, man, because, you know, we all live here. I'm like, I'm not saying nothing they already know. That's why I was like, they won't care. But that's what it was. It was so relatable. That's what made them like it. Because they was like, yo, it's what we all go through. And some people was like, I thought I was the only person that dealt with this and all that. I was like, nah, man, we all deal with traffic. Crazy weather. We love the food. Tacos are life.
Yes.
You know, it's a... And
amen to that.
Yeah, man. And then the whole city got behind it, and then the whole state. And then, like, I started doing videos about being from San Antonio and Dallas and Austin, and those started going viral too. And I started doing my shows in Houston. They started selling out like crazy. I did San Antonio, it sold out. I went down to the valley, y'all. Down to the valley. RGV.
Shout out to the Bayucos right now.
Shout out to the valley, man. Shout out to McAllen. Shout out to Far. Shout out to Brownsville. Shout out to McAllen. Shout out to West Lago. Shout out to Mission. Went all the way out there, man. Edinburgh. Sold out shows. They rocked me in the valley. I was like,
Chinedu and this Bia in the valley, huh?
Yeah, Bia, I'm telling you. And I will say this too, you know what I'm saying? I'm a proud Nigerian. I'm half Nigerian, half black. I'm very proud of my heritage and things like that. But I grew up in Southeast Houston, so it gave me a backstage pass to Latino culture too. Yeah. So I'll see stuff, whatever. You know, all my friends, this is the culture I grew up in. I went to Chavez High School, so I was around a lot of Hispanic culture.
Chavez, shout out to Chavez. I know somebody's gonna lose their cool on that comment right there.
Shouts to the Lobos, man. Y'all know what it is, man. And then I went there, so, you know, I was in the culture a lot. You know, I was very proud of my culture, but I tell people all the time, it's very important and healthy and good for you to learn about other cultures too, okay? Because we all have a lot of similarities. You don't even know that. We all have so many things in common. You don't even know. And so I started learning more about quinceañeras and things like that. I still didn't want. I was in Chambelán one time in the quinceañera. I learned how to merengue, salsa, bachata, guapango, and kid and play too. We did kid and play. I don't know why we did kid and play, but we did it. You know what I'm saying? We did it, and it was dope. It was a lot of fun. I learned about mariachi. I learned about the culture. I learned about the different parts of Mexico and the backgrounds and things like that. The relations to Spain and to Portugal and to Salvador and to, you know, how everything works, like the differences and all the cultures and all that. It's very different though. So and I tell people this too, okay? You better not ever call a Puerto Rican a Mexican, okay? You better not ever.
Hey, shout out to La Isla. I actually lived in Puerto Rico half a year. Puerto Rico changed my life. That's a different story for a different video. But it is entirely true. They don't hate us, and we don't hate them.
But they're very passionate. They're very proud of their culture. They don't hate nobody. They're cool people. But I'll tell you, man, they're very passionate. And Southern boy, when they lose that temper.
Oh man, that Boricua temper.
Yeah. Hey. Even especially the girls, man. When the girls lose temper. Over, man. Over. Somebody's gonna fight. Over. But it was so healthy to learn about it. And like for me, I like making videos about stuff I know and things that are about me. So I make content about things that I see and things that I grew up around. So I started making videos about Hispanic culture, like from my perspective, like being like an African American person, looking at what's going on here. This is what's going on. I see this. I see this. Oh, this is like what we do over here. So I made those videos. I made stuff about pan dulce, because my favorite dessert is pan dulce. That's my favorite type of dessert. I love sweet bread. I love conchas, magdalenas, orejas. I love all that. I love them.
Damn, it shouldn't do you.
I love, man.
You're in that spot, bro.
Yes, I love the food though, and the Latino community really backed my videos a lot though. You know, for me too, I was afraid about it because, you know, I'm not Hispanic though, so, you know, making videos about that culture is a risk because you never know how people will receive it.
That's true.
And so I was happy that people were like, oh, that's so funny, that's so true. I was like, okay, appreciate that, y'all. I mean, y'all know, but I feel I did it in a respectful way where it wasn't mocking the culture. It was just like more so like highlighting what I like about it. And what's crazy about it was like, because like my culture too, like when I do African Dad, that's Nigerian culture, y'all. That's what I grew up with and things like that. When I make the videos about Hispanic culture, it's so cool because it's such a different, it's a different walk of life with so many similar characteristics to the other walks of life that I've seen. Like when we have quinceañeras and y'all have your own ceremonies, y'all have arguments, things like that. Y'all have fights and makeup, things like that. Family is very important in Mexican culture, okay? Very important. Like if you are dating somebody and you found out that their great grandfather had beef with your great grandfather, y'all can't date, okay? Y'all can't date. Like that's real. I was like, what? Like, he's like, how it happened in Mexico? I'm like, you ain't live in Mexico, you live in Houston. It still don't matter. I was like, wow.
Grudges are held. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is very old school, but old school, you know, Latino kind of customs.
Yeah.
The grudge is there.
Yeah, they don't play like the old school. Like old school is like they don't play in those. And the tias and the abuela, listen, the abuelas and abuelos, they don't play, man. I've had the pleasure of having so many great experiences with my Hispanic friends, and so it was an honor to be able to kind of like honor to display that culture for other people too, though, because the Pan Dulce video, that video hit like 2 million views across the country.
Dang.
And it was crazy too, man, because like some other people in other parts of the country were like, yo, man, come on out here and things like that. Like parts of the country that were like predominantly like Hispanic, they wanted me to come out there. I was like, yo, come on,
Give me the plane, bro.
yeah, I mean, let's go. What you talking about? Let's go out there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of my Latino comedian friends show me a lot of love too, man. Shout out to my homie Chingo Bling, man. Chingo is always down to give great advice, man. Show so much love, man. Shout out to my homie Chingo Bling, man. The Latino AF tour is going on right now, man. Y'all check him out. He's in Houston right now. Get them tickets, y'all.
See, Chingo Bling, once again, big shout out. Hey, you might be on the seat next, Chingo Bling. I'm just saying. Hey, it started as a daydream, right? Started as an idea. Hey, Chingo Bling, if you're seeing this, you give this man this props because I know you have in the past, but also big shout out on our messages sometimes, but we're all busy. End of the day, hope to get you in the seat next.
That's about to say what he said, but he's basically saying he wants you to be a guest on the show, okay? Well, we're basically saying, like, come on out, Chingo, man, show love and all that. It's real cool, man. He's asking great questions, man. This dude is very dedicated, man. I met him probably a year or two ago at my Cypher show, and I mean, my schedule's very busy, y'all. I'm not trying to be cocky or nothing like that, like conceited, but I get up every day at 4 a.m. and I don't get to my bed till like 11 sometimes, 10, 11. So between my family and my career, I almost have no time for anything else, and people hit me up for interviews all the time. I don't do that many interviews, I'm sure you guys can see whatever though, because I believe, you know, I let my work speak for myself, and when I'm on stage, that's me talking to you guys though. So if you guys want to know anything about me, it's my stand-up. So come on out and see me, you learn everything about me from there. But his persistence was dope, man, because I remember seeing the message a few times. I'd be like, okay, man, okay, I'm gonna hit him up and I forget you working whatever, but it's persistent. He's like, yo, man, we can work it out, man, anytime, bro. I'll come to you, whatever you wanna do, man. I was like, yo, this dude is dedicated, man. You gotta respect that, man. Dedication, y'all. It wasn't bugging nobody. It wasn't like that, though, but it was his dedication. Like, hey, bro, I know you're busy, but every time you want, man, I was like, you gotta respect that grind, man, for real. So I had to come out and do the interview, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Got to. Yeah, so people who are really persistent and really grind, you can tell they're passionate about what they do. Support those people, not the ones that wanna do it for 2 months to get famous, and then if it don't work, they quit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for those people though. But he seemed real genuine, and like he's really in this for the long haul, man. So I definitely want to support. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that
most
shit,
definitely,
man.
Yeah.
Coming from a person like you, that the reason why you're even in the seat is because I've seen you grow through the process. My wife and Nawa, who's my wife, met you on that separate show. Man, it was just, you were organic. It wasn't too practiced, too pre-scripted, and even my wife made a comment here and there. I'm like, you were like, hey, did you notice how Chinedu kind of just, it flew? Chinedu, I have not, and I can't even count on my fingers how many years I've seen comedy of that caliber locally.
I appreciate that, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not trying to discredit anybody that's made it big, but you know, sometimes you have a team, right, and you get to gather this material. Of course, execution is very crucial, but the caliber of show you delivered, and it's not because of the venue, it's not because of the amount of people. The years you've been exposed, and at this level, is actually pretty amazing, man.
I appreciate that,
and
man.
that just, when we saw you in the stand-up, we're like, man, this guy is not just a one-hit wonder. This guy's gonna actually follow through. When we come to World Soccer, you follow through, right? When
yes.
you out of the kick, you follow through with that power, right? Yeah. Or else the shot don't count. The strike is not good. But a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people do know it. A lot of the things you've done have required a lot of sacrifice, not only maybe financial, not only maybe sleeping, but you having to cut out to do certain things. And many other people kind of second guess, do I really want to go out and drink, or do I want to spend 10 minutes on this?
Yeah.
I forget it. I'll do it next week and next week. Yet because I was a person in that point in time, once in my life like that, we live unhappy, unfulfilled. And then we keep complaining about it. We feel kind of like a little grudge and anger. We'll show up to work almost in a bad mood. But yet the moments we have 5, 10, 1 day of freedom, we totally throw the priorities out the window, and then we're back at square one.
Yeah.
So right now, and I know it has been many. What is the biggest, most crucial sacrifice you have been doing or you have done in order to get where you're at right now?
Honestly, the biggest sacrifice I think was for sure my 20s. No lie, like I had to give up the 20s. Like I decided that I wanted to do comedy like full time when I was 24, 25, and the videos didn't go viral. Nothing hit until I was 30. Like I was 30 on my way to being 31. So like it didn't happen, and like, you know, because ideally in your head, like I'm gonna be 23, I'm gonna be the hot shot, the young dude, 27, killing it, young, all that, and I had to keep grinding every year. I thought I was ready at 27. I thought I was ready then, but no. I had to keep grinding in videos, and I was doing shows that nobody was going to. I was doing the church circuit a whole lot. So I was performing at a lot of churches rather than comedy clubs though, because if you don't have a name, you're gonna get booked.
Yes.
So, but the churches, when the church basement is an event going on, the church is looking for entertainment, and I was doing it for free. I'll go up there for free. I wasn't getting paid for lots of my church shows. I just wanted a chance to perform and get stage time. And I was like, hey, y'all can follow me online. That's my payment. Just pull out your phone, follow me on social media. I appreciate that. So I'll go to some of these places, do 30 minutes, do an hour worth of stand up, talk to people, shake hands, take pictures, all that type of stuff. And some churches came, and from there I got callbacks to other events with them, whatever that did pay, which was great. And then from there, you meet more people, and that's how I just continue to do it. And so it ended up happening. But it was a sacrifice of not going out to hang out with the friends on weekends, not being able to sleep in till 9 a.m. Like I was literally waking up around 4 or 5, making videos every day. I'd make 2-3 videos a day sometimes, constantly following trending topics. Always trying to continue to work hard and not taking a break though, because I had realized that for me being, not to discredit being a doctor, because being a doctor is a tremendous amount of work and sacrifice too. But the percentages of being a comedian are lower than the percentage of being a doctor. You have a better chance of being a doctor than a comedian. So I was like, if you want this shot at something that's harder, that you have a harder likelihood of doing than becoming a doctor, you have to focus and dedicate yourself and be locked in. I had to sacrifice time, sleep, fun. I mean, it was fun doing it. I love the process though, but just going out, hanging out, turning up, man, like all the hot summers that have happened, man. All summer 16. Remember summer 16? All summer 16.
How can we forget that, man? Come
Playing
on.
dirty, not clean. All that, man. Looking for revenge. Like all the waves, everything was going on. You can see it and enjoy it a little bit though, but you're focused on your locked in on career. And to let people know at home though, your favorite artists that you love and things like that, I'll tell you a little behind the scenes tip. Majority of the year, they're not even out and partying like what you're doing, hang out and listen to all the latest songs. They're not. You're only seeing, when you see them hang out and turn up, that's when they want you to see them. That's when they're in promotion mode, getting ready for albums and things like that. Most times they're locked in the studio working on stuff, or they're like working on another business venture. They're never chilling. So chilling in like the downtime was the biggest sacrifice, because you don't really get to have that in this game, because you have to use every second, every moment to build up your career, because if you don't, it will not work. You only get what you put into this, because there are no handouts, there are no giveaways. I knew a lot of people in this industry that are successful, no handouts, and I wasn't expecting them either. You have to earn what you get, and I mean, that's really it. You deserve what you have earned and worked for, and nothing more.
Man, Chinedu, it's quite humbling, a person like you. Sometimes we tend to get to a point and it kind of gets to us, right? But it's pretty amazing how you've managed to just keep rooted in the ground, right? I know you don't embrace a lot of it because you don't talk like you embrace it and you don't walk like you embrace it.
Oh yeah. I appreciate that.
But in the best way possible, right?
Yeah.
So I was told this once by a very successful person. I asked him, hey man, what's like your best advice you could give me? What's the best thing you could tell me and to reach the level you're at? He's like, Yaco, never embrace it. I never embrace what I know I have, what I know I can do, and what I know I cannot do. So every day I stay hungry. Shout out to the E.T. the hip hop preacher, where he talks about always
Eric
staying
Thomas.
hungry.
Yes,
man, one of the most motivational guys in the game.
He changed my life for real. Like his TJM, his first book, Secret to Success, changed my life. Like Eric Thomas, and shout out to my homie Toby Nwigwe. That's my guy too, man. That's my dude.
Toby, come on, bro. I know I've said this before, but hey, I want you in the CT. I'm just gonna say that out there. But if you could, through there, big shout out to ET. Toby, representing the motherland right here with Mr. Chinedu. And just to give it a nice, well-rounded last segment of this interview, what's it next for Chinedu? Can you give us some sneak peeks? What do you have in the back burner of that stove, man? Anything coming up?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm actually on the final leg of my Mind Yourself tour right now. Right now, I got like Jackson, Richmond, Corpus Christi, Beaumont, Houston, San Antonio. I'm going back to LA. I'm going back to New York. I'm trying to hit up Midland, Odessa. I'm going to Fort Worth, Victoria, Texas as well, and Miami. So I'll be out there. We'll look out for those tickets. My social media workshop will be happening, I believe, probably October, November. Social media workshop is me teaching individuals, entertainers, and I have another one for business owners about how to use the free platforms to enhance your brand and your business, how to use them for free, and how to find your target audience. So that's on the way. Registration for that will be available in a few weeks, so you guys can register for that. My next tour will be starting next February. I'll be starting the next one. I've already completed my new hour for that one too, so I'll be on the road for that one. After that, the movie will begin production next year too. I'm almost on the full casting of the podcast that I'm making, the Chinedu Show. The podcast will be launching in a couple weeks. My wrestling page, The Fourth Wall, is going on right now. Check that out, The Fourth Wall. My upcoming stuff with Reality Wrestling. Check out Reality Wrestling. Shout out to Booker T. Yeah, everything with Rodeo Houston, the tour, the upcoming movies, my upcoming web series that I'm working on right now too. So we have a lot of things going on right now, guys. So please stay tuned. Stay on the Facebook pages, Instagram pages. Please follow me everywhere you go because I don't plan on stopping at all. Only time I ever stop, whatever, is to spend time with my family. But other than that, we are on this grind.
Oh my gosh, Chinedu, the man, the legend. But I almost forgot one crucial thing. Wait, how did we go into the news? How
The news.
Well,
Before we got it, yeah.
How can you skip that step, bro?
No, that's true though. And I'm glad you brought that up too. This is a testament of consistency and of just like of working hard and working diligently. Because I was doing these videos, I ended up getting an email from their corporate division out of New York. I was doing videos on my own for years, stuff like that. And I was doing stuff for Sports Extra on Channel 11. Shout out to Jason Bristol. I mean, he saw some of my text and review videos a while back. He asked me if I wanted to make videos for the show every other weekend. So I did that. I was like, cool, no problem. I was on the sports show. It was Sunday night. It was cool. And then corporate from New York called me. And it was after they saw one of my videos that I made, another video I made about the city that went viral. And they told me that they were interested in doing a new morning show here in Houston. They said they wanted to add some more. They wanted to do it differently than a standard morning show. And they're like, we want to know if you want to be part of it. And my whole thing, I told them, I was like, I'm not a journalist, I'm not an anchor, guys. I'm a stand-up comedian.
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not an anchor, guys. I didn't go to J school. I didn't do anything like that. And and I respect the crowd. So I was like, I'm not a journalist, so I'm not gonna go in there and pretend to be something. I'm not a journalist, so they work hard for that. They earn their stripes. So they're like, no, it's not that. So we want you to be a comedian on the show. Though. We want you to like do a video segment and just like bring that comedy element to the show that you do on YouTube and Facebook and things like that, and on Instagram. I was like, yeah, I can definitely do that though. So we did that. They actually hit me up in, I want to say July actually. We did test runs. People don't know this part though, but I did behind the scenes. I did test runs with them for 2 months.
Whoa.
So I came in every week for 2 months. We did segments that y'all have never seen. I've made videos that y'all have never ever seen before. We were doing after the show aired. I'd come in and we do test runs about working on the station, seeing how it work out, things like that. So to kind of get in the groove and see how it would mesh with the rest of the staff, and everything went well. The ratings came back good, and I ended up starting September 10th. And it was all pretty much because of the consistency I had, because they were looking for people who could really represent the city well. And they looked around, they did polls, and they actually did their own investigation into like social media trends and who was popular in the city. And they said that you came back in all those studies, all those surveys, all those polls. Your name was in everything. Whoa. They're like, and the thing is too, for me, because I think I'm just me. I work whatever though, and I'm not trying to be cocky at all. In terms of in Houston and in Texas, I forget how popular I am. I'm not gonna lie, I forget, and I'll be going to places and people just be, they be like,
"That's the guy."
That's Chinedu. I'm like, but I forget because to me, I just do what I love to do though, but the city really shows so much love and support. And I mean, and we do our stuff, whatever. I mean, right now we're the #1 morning show in the city, guys. #1 morning show, H-Town Rush, and the #1 sports show, Sports Extra. So that's a blessing. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching. Them ratings are killer, y'all. Appreciate that.
So once again, Chinedu, you couldn't pick a better city for support. H-Town till we DIE. I'm glad that the community has been such a strong backbone in your upcoming career. I'm glad that everything has this domino effect going since the last time we've seen each other. Man, I once again I can't stress it enough. Chinedu, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your influence part of the upcoming process. Thank you for sharing what's coming up next. And thank you for any other bits of information that maybe one day a person that's 35 years old, 17, 16, has questioned themselves, I'm doing so much, and maybe then by seeing and hearing, listening to your story, maybe they decide to take that leap. They decide to go and do their workshop, and maybe it's the point where their life changes.
Man, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that, okay? I appreciate the positivity that you're giving out here, okay? Because we need more of it, all right? Y'all be sure to support the video, like and share and comment, okay? On the sign off on behalf of my homies, Yako, I'm Chinedu Ogu. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, and all that, okay? Support the video. Hold on one second. Wait, no, don't go nowhere. Don't leave yet.
Hey, wait, come on, bro.
I said support the video. Hold on, give me 1 second. Now, people watch the whole video and hit the like button, okay? It don't cost no money to support, okay? Hit that like button and support, okay? Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Yako, for the love. Thank you, our location for having us. We can tell you where we at right now. We in the nice. It's very nice. Appreciate the love. And as always, thank you so much, H-Town. Y'all appreciate it. I would not be here if it was not for my great city. I love you guys for life. H-Town for real.
Shout out to Be Someone. And Chinedu's information and everything will be in the description below. Also, this is his Instagram right here. My Instagram is right here. Make sure you click that bell, subscribe, so any upcoming video for Start Motivation will be fresh out the oven. Start and Motivation. Ow! Yako!